students, welcome to our next video, and in this video we are going to see the chapter that is acid, bases and salts. Okay, in this lesson we are going to see about acids and bases, which are the substances, and how we are going to identify whether the substance is acid or basic using an indicator. So let us see which are those indicators. What is neutralization and neutralization in everyday life. So please open your textbooks.
Bases and indicators. There are so many things that we use every day. We have been sorting these things in different ways. We classify things as solid, liquid or gas. So we have classified different things that are solid, liquid or gas. We have even separated substances as good conductors and bad conductors of heat and electricity. So we have studied that also. And in this lesson, we are going to learn one more way of classifying things that are acidic, basic or neutral. This lesson is about acid, bases and salts. First, we will take a look at acids and bases. The lemon juice that you drink is an acid. It tastes sour and stings if it gets in your eye or a cut on your skin. So you all know lemon juice that you drink, it is an acidic because it is taste how it tastes sour. And substance like vinegar and some soft drinks are acids too. So these soft drinks, they are also known as acids. Okay. A sour taste is the indicator of acid solution. But don't go around tasting anything and everything to check if it is acidic. So what it tells that sour taste, it indicates that the solution is acidic. But we cannot taste each and everything, okay, as it is harmful, okay, and this is really dangerous. So what else do you eat that is sour? Buttermilk, yes, it contains an acid. Even tamarind has acid in it. All these are natural acids. Tamarind, it also tastes sour. The lemon juice reacts with the marble and bubbles of carbon dioxide are released. So when you see even lemon juice, it falls on the marble, okay, it reacts and bubbles are seen because of this carbon dioxide which is released. Since buttermilk is acidic, it is not kept in a copper vessel or the copper vessel will get spoiled. So buttermilk, it is acidic, so we cannot keep this in the copper vessel as copper vessel is going to be spoiled. What about bases? You may wonder, chalk is a base and so is soap. So what is this chalk? It is a base. Okay, bases are soapy to touch when mixed with water and taste bitter. So how are these bases? They are soapy, okay, when mixed with water, and how they taste? Their taste is bitter. But again remember, it is dangerous to go around tasting stuff. So please don't do it. So you remember, as we have talked about acidic, so same thing like base, it is dangerous. So we are not going to taste each and everything, okay? So, well, if we cannot go around tasting stuff, how will you find out whether it is acidic or basic? So, here what they are telling, we can't taste each and everything. So, how are we going to find out whether the thing is acid or base? We have something else called indicator. So, let us see what is this indicator. An indicator is something that indicates or tells us something. Your face is an indicator of your mood. It tells whether you are happy, sad, bored or sleepy. So, depending or looking at your mood, okay, looking at your face, we can tell whether how your mood is, whether you are feeling happy, sad or you are bored or you feel sleepy. Same like that. Similarly, we have indicators which are substances that tell us whether a substance is acidic or base. So, with the help of these indicators, we can identify whether a substance is acidic or basic. One such indicator is litmus paper. So, let us study what is this litmus paper. Litmus is made from lichens. Do you know what is lichens? So, lichens are certain algae and fungi come together and they form lichen. Can you see the picture given? So this is the picture of lichen, and this litmus paper, it is made from this lichen. The dye extracted from this lichen is called a litmus solution. It is purple in color. So can you see that solution, which is the dye which is extracted from this lichens, and it is called as litmus solution. If an acid is added to it, the solution turns red. So can you see in that glass? Okay. If acid is added to the solution, how it turns? It turns red. Another very easy way to find out whether a substance is an acidic or base is by using the litmus paper. So there are litmus paper which we get in the market. We can use this to identify whether a substance is acidic or basic. Let us see how we can identify. We have two kinds of litmus paper available, that is red litmus paper and blue litmus paper. So here what we do, we should put a drop of the liquid that we want to test on both the litmus paper, that is red litmus and blue litmus. If the liquid is an acidic, then the blue litmus will turn red. So can you see the blue litmus? It turns red. So we can identify that contains substance that is an acidic. And if the red litmus remains unchanged. If the liquid is base, then the red litmus will turn blue and blue litmus remains unchanged. So can you see the red litmus? It turns blue. So we can identify that the substance is base. If the liquid does not change the color of the blue litmus and the red litmus, then the liquid is neither acidic nor base. So it is said to be neutral. Okay. So if the liquid, it does not change its color with the blue litmus paper or the red litmus paper. So what is that? It is known as, it is said to be neutral because there is no change. Let us try doing the litmus test on different solution and find out whether these are acidic or bases. And we will record this observation in the given table below. So can you see the table given below? Okay. Now we are going to write the name of the solution. Then second is the effect on red litmus paper. Then effect on litmus, blue litmus paper. And lastly we will know whether the substance is acidic or basic. So let us take one substance. So let's begin. Let us test detergent solution first. So we put some detergent solution on the red and blue litmus paper and observe what happens. Okay. Then we note down our observation in the table. So when we put this solution, okay. So what happens? The detergent solution, it became, the red litmus became blue. And there was no effect on blue litmus paper. So what is the, it is basic in nature. Okay. Then next we will test with the vinegar. We will put some vinegar on the red litmus paper and blue litmus and observe what happens. Let us see what happens here. Okay. There was no effect on red litmus paper, but the blue litmus paper, it turned red. So how it is? It is acidic. So vinegar is acidic. Then the third test for tamarind solution. We put some tamarind solution on both the litmus paper and observe what happens. So what happens? The red litmus paper, there was no effect, and the blue litmus paper, it turned red. So it is acidic. Finally we test soap solution, that is baby soap. We put some soap solution on both the litmus paper and observe what happens. So what happens? The baby solution, the red litmus, there was no effect, but the blue litmus, it also there was no effect. So what is it? The baby soap, it is neutral. So there was no effect on both the litmus paper. So this is neutral. Okay. Now another indicator, that is phenolphthalein. It turns colorless when it is added to an acidic. So can you see, it is added to acidic, it turns colorless, and when it is added to base, it turns pink. So this is also another indicator, that is phenolphthalein. So here turmeric is an indicator too. You can make turmeric paper by putting a turmeric paste on filter paper and by drying it. So here you are going to take a filter paper, okay, and you are going to put a turmeric paste. Now put a drop of basic solution like soap solution on the turmeric paper. So what happened? It turns deep red. When you put a basic solution like soap solution, what happens? It is going to turn red. Can you see in the picture given below? Now put a drop of acidic solution like lemon juice on turmeric paper. What happens? So there is no color change when we put a lemon juice on this turmeric paper. So turmeric is natural indicator. It does not change color when added to acid but becomes red when added to base. So can you see in both the picture? Yes, there is no color change when added to acid and it becomes red when it is added to base. Here's one more indicator that you can make at home using petals of China rose, or that is hibiscus flower. You all know hibiscus flower. So it is also a natural indicator. Cut approximately 10 mature hibiscus flowers. So can you see? Yes, below you are going to cut like this flowers. Then remove the stigma which is in the middle and detach the leaves. You are going to detach that leaves. So to have only the red petals remaining. Can you see the red petals remaining? Yes. Then put them in a container and pour approximately 6 ml of ethanol or surgical spirit, and the latter works best. So you are going to put 6 ml of ethanol in it. Okay. Now crush the petals using an appropriate implement such as mortar and pestle. Can you see the instrument used? Yes, that is mortar and pestle to crush the leaves. Okay. You are going to crush that leaves, and liquid has been extracted from the petals. So can you see the liquid which is extracted from this hibiscus flower? So the filter solution, and you have the reddish indicator ready. So this is your natural indicator. In an acidic, it becomes redder. In a base, it becomes dark green. Can you see that is almost black? Acid, it becomes red, and in base, it becomes that is dark green. So acids and bases are of great use in our everyday life. You know that acids are quite corrosive. Because of this property, concentrated hydrochloric acid solution is used to clean toilets. So this hydrochloric acid, this is used to clean the toilets. Acidic foods also make our food tasty. So tamarind has tartaric acid, lemon juice has citric acid, buttermilk and curd have lactic acid. So can you see the acid present in the particular food? Okay. Students, do you know there is even acidic in the digestive juice of stomach? It kills the germs in the food and helps us break down the food and digest it. So what does it does? It kills the germs, okay, in the food, and it helps in breaking down the food and digest it. Okay. Let us revise what we have learned. We can classify substances acid, bases and neutral substances. Acidic substances are usually sour, whereas basic substances are usually bitter in taste. But it is dangerous to go on tasting the things as we are unknown to it. Hence, we have litmus paper which we can use to indicate, to find whether it is substances acidic or basic. We have two kinds of litmus paper, red litmus paper and blue litmus paper. We should put a drop of the liquid that we want to test on both the litmus papers. Okay. If the liquid is an acid, then the blue litmus will turn red and red litmus remain unchanged. Whereas if it is base, then the red litmus will turn blue and blue litmus remains unchanged. If the liquid does not change the color of the blue litmus and the red litmus, then the liquid is neither acidic nor base. So what is it? It is said to be a neutral. Now let's learn about what is acid rain. Rain containing excess of acid is called acid rain. The rain becomes acidic because carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which are released into the air as pollutant, dissolve in raindrops to form carbonic acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid respectively. Acid rain can cause damage to building, historical monuments, aquatic life, plants and animals. So do you know, students? Yes, what is acid rain? When rain comes, okay, it mixes with air, and the air, which pollutants are present in air? Different gases, harmful gases which are present in air, and this rain, when it comes, it is known as acidic rain. Why? Because it is mixed with that harmful pollutants, harmful gases. Okay. We use the neutralization reaction many times. You know that there is hydrochloric acid in our stomach. If this acid becomes too much, we suffer from acidity. So when there is more acid in our stomach, we suffer from this acidity. Okay. And then doctor advises us to drink milk of magnesia, which is base. And the base neutralizes the acid and makes us feel better. So what we drink, our doctor prescribes us to drink the milk of magnesia, which is base. Okay, which neutralizes the acid. Then the excessive use of chemical fertilizer make the soil acidic. Plants do not grow well when the soil is either too acidic or too basic. So when the soil is too acidic, it is treated with base like quicklime, that is calcium oxide, or slake lime, that is calcium hydroxide. So here what happens when it is too acidic, okay, soil is too acidic, it is used to be treated with the base, okay, so that it is leveled. If the soil is basic, we add organic matter to it. Organic matter releases acid, which neutralizes the basic nature of soil. So what happens? Plants do not grow well whether if the soil is more acidic or more basic. So it is to be neutralized, okay. Factory waste. The waste of many factories contain acids. If they are allowed to flow into the water bodies, the acid will harm or kill fish and other organisms. Therefore, factory waste are neutralized by adding basic substances before discharging in the water body. So, what happens? If there is more acid in the waste, it can harm or kill the organism which lives in under the water. So, what happens? The factory waste, they are to be neutralized by adding basic substances before discharging into the water bodies.
Students, I hope you all are clear with the acids and bases and how we can identify a substance whether it is acid and bases. Related to this chapter, I am going to send you all worksheet which you are going to write down the question answers in your notebook. See you in the next video with new chapter.